Honorable Speaker, sir, reply to start question number 2. A, sir, there are 34 career advisors in 34 training centers. B, sir, the career counseling being provided through career advisors is structured, personalized and ongoing service that equips youth with career guidance, job readiness training, mentorship and entrepreneurship support to make informed career choices.
Matthew Kurba, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I would like also thank to the Honourable Minister for the reply. Sir, our youth nowadays are a frustrated lot, unemployed, even though most of them are well educated, but job opportunities are very less for our youth. Sir, only with these counseling centers, it seems no help can be given to our youth. However, may I suggest the department that counseling should start from the early days of the students, maybe from the school days and then college, so that these colleges or school can guide the youth which subject to take up in their later stage of their education.
Please ask the question, please.
This is my submission, sir. My only question here is, I just want to know how many unemployed youth are there in our state.
Honorable Speaker, sir, so if you look at the question, sir, the principal question is about how many counseling or free coaching centers are there in our state. So it was not mentioned about the numbers of unemployed youth. So for that, sir, since it's not related to the principal question, I would require notice. But however, sir, some suggestions made by the honourable member, which I totally agree, that he has stated that the career counseling should start from a very early age. So when we talk about career counseling, it's not only confined to one department. It touches a few departments here, like for example, like sports and youth affairs, and then labor, and then like the honourable member has mentioned, it also touches with the education department, which I do believe, sir, that when we talk about earlier career counseling, that there is a program started by the education department. So with that being said, sir, even from our department, we do have all these career counselings. But for the question that he has raised, for that, sir, I would require notice.
Thank you, sir.
One more question.
Right, sir. Thank you again. I'll just ask one more question. Out of those 34 career counseling centers, how many youths has gained employment out of their guidance?
So when we talk about career counseling, so we don't exactly have the numbers of how many youths have been employed, because all of these youths, they come sometime in these 34 training centers that we have. They come for the counseling, and then whether they are, because it's about counseling, so not job placement. So after counseling has been given to all these youths, so some of them, so they go elsewhere and then they find jobs, or they don't find. We don't have that record, sir, with us. So like I said, sir, when it comes to job placement, it's a different question altogether, sir. So for that, I will require notice.
One more, sir. May I request the Honourable Minister whether this counselling centre carry out a follow-up on those youths has been counselled, whether they get job or not?
Pardon, sir, if the honourable member can...
Sir, yeah. After giving counselling to these youths, is the department, other centres carrying out a follow-up action to find out whether those youths got employment or not, or what are they doing after they got this different kind of counseling?
The honorable member wants to know whether there is a follow-up.
Sir, like I said, some of these youths, we do actually have the numbers with us sir, in these training centers, but not all of them. So, like I said, some of them we do have the record, but some of them they don't come back to the training centers. So for that reason, sir, we don't have the entire number, but some of the numbers we do have, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, please. Dr. Mukul, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in fact, this is a very important initiative. We embarked upon this initiative earlier during our time. We call it earlier Chief Minister's Career Guidance and Career Counseling. Now, it will be important for the House to know whether there is a structure laid down at different levels, because the question of access comes to the main constraint for the youth to have access to this opportunity. So how is the structure laid down across the state?
So structure, sir?
Speaker, as it is a very important aspect and an aspect that is obviously linked with the youth of our state, I would like to take this opportunity to clarify some points on this. Sir, number one, in the past, there have been different kind of career programs that have taken place. And these happened at different levels. Sometimes the deputy commissioner used to conduct a one-day counseling session. Sometimes a particular college or university or a school used to conduct it. Sometimes a locality used to do it. And they used to seek support from the government. And as mentioned by Leader of Opposition, that some structure was targeted in the past. But we realized so that it was not having the desired impact. And hence, we have, as correctly mentioned by the Leader of Opposition, we have structured this entire process now. And we have connected the skill development or the MSSDS and connected the skill training program, and wherever the training programs are being conducted, this is where these 34 career advisors have been placed. And as the skilling, or rather before the skilling takes place, these career advisors then talk to these youngsters who come in and understand what are their desires, what are the skills that they have. And as I said, these people have then now been under an umbrella program where an agency trains these 34 career advisors, and then they are placed in different parts of the state, in different training centers which are providing the skill development. And based on that, as I said, the career guidance is given to them. And as we move forward, so this is a structured approach which the Leader of Opposition was referring to. So we have come to that kind of a structure now. And now we are quite hopeful, sir, that we'll be able to expand this now at a much larger scale. Apart from that, Sir, Honorable Minister had mentioned already in his reply, but I'll just repeat some of that, that while the MSSDS now has been treated as the nodal agency, which will now work towards providing the counseling in a structured manner through the skilling agencies, which would be private as well as some government. And that's how we'll move forward. But apart from that also, so we have many other levels at which training programs or counseling programs are happening. The Chief Minister's Youth Development Scheme, under that also many counseling programs are taking place. We have counseling programs that take place even under the Yes Meghalaya program, where different agencies are supporting in that. So apart from that also, as I said, we have unstructured or independent counseling programs that are taking place. But the structured one, which the Honorable Leader of Opposition was referring to, is now being done by the MSSDS. And as I said earlier, they were happening in bits and pieces, but now we are linking it with skills, and in every skill training center, a career advisor is placed, And this career advisor speaks to the youths before they go or embark into a particular skilling program.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yes, please.
I'd like to thank the Chief Minister for enlightening. Now here, what is important for us to know is the available job spaces, both in government sector and the private sector. Now, therefore, whether this structuring is designed in that direction to ensure that the job spaces available in the government sector, the youth are aware of the career path in diverse sectors. We have created quite a robust career path chart, which was done very efficiently by one of the deputy commissioners then. Based on some past experiences, we can always leverage upon and see how we can, because all through these years, what is pertinent for us to be focused on is the job spaces available in the government sector outside the state government, meaning different departments, different agencies, different public sectors, organizations under the government of India, including the defense. So these are the things which I would like to know, whether the structuring has been designed to achieve that kind of objective so that the youth will be aware of the job spaces available in the diverse field, both in the private sector and the government sector.
Thank you, sir. This is a very, in fact, important question that has been asked. Sir, I will just take a minute to reply to that. Sir, as you will recall, even in the last budget and even the previous budget, I had shared the Vision 2030 of the government of Meghalaya, the MDA government. And sir, if you recall in the presentation which I had made during the reply, I had actually mapped in every sector what is the kind of job opportunity that we are expecting. So we had put a target that we should be at a 10 billion in 2028 and a 16 billion in 2032. And then we had broken down that target into a specific sector-wise, that in tourism, how much we will achieve, in IT, how much we will achieve, in agriculture, food processing, how much we will achieve. And in all those sectors, what is the investment that will be required from the government side and private sector to be mobilized to be able to achieve that growth in that sector was then identified, and we have worked out the whole thing. So to answer to the Honorable Leader of Opposition's question, is that so in each sector, in tourism sector, for example, we expect about 54,000 jobs to be required. And in each of these 54,000 jobs, whether the areas of, say, we require, say, for the hotels, people to work, because we'll be having, say, about 8 5-star hotels we expect in the next 3 to 4 years to come up. So how much manpower will be required for those? We require how many drivers to be having because we expect certain number of tourists coming in. So just to give an example of the tourism sector. So like that, sir, we have broken up every department into the growth that we expect, the investment needed to be made by private and government, and the jobs to be created out of that. And then we have mapped it with this MSSDS to then provide that skilling and training. And then the career counselors are now mapping and guiding the children and telling them that, look, this is what's going to happen in tourism. So we do require in about 3 years' time, we'll require more chefs, we'll require more normal day-to-day workers in the hotels. So this is exactly what we're doing, sir. And as I said, when we talk of Mission 10, I only talk of the 10 billion. But this 10 billion, as I said, has been broken into exactly what the Honorable Leader of Opposition has said. And today we have more or less a rough idea of all the kind of jobs that will be required, that will be coming up in the next 3 years to even the next 10 years. And obviously it's a government sector also we are mapping in the same line.
Mr. Speaker, sir, we had the privilege of actually watching the whole presentation. We have been enlightened by that. We appreciate the measures. But what is important here is that inherently the youth of the state are looking for spaces of jobs in the government sector. We are happy that today youth are looking at the job spaces in private sector. As we proceed further, as we evolve in our approach to somehow looking at the available opportunities, things will happen. But then, at the same time, we did look at the spaces, particularly in the defense, in the army, huge spaces of job available for our tribals. Now, what is the main bottleneck for the youth is that they require hand-holding and counseling before the recruitment. So we did some of them in fact, the defense authorities were quite prompt enough to respond to the request of the government, and then we did it across some of the districts. So these are areas we appreciate the effort of the government to create job spaces in the private sector, but the importance of enabling our youth to take advantage of the job spaces available in government sector across the state and across the country. That is what is required to be done, and I hope that at least this will be somehow integrated in a manner that they have then choice whether the youth would like to opt for the private sector or the government sector.
Yes, sir. Thank you once again, sir, for the question. As correctly mentioned, that in this entire career programs that we are organizing, so there are list of domains and areas which we work on. And as mentioned by the Honorable Leader of Opposition, so defense services, banking and finance, education and training, healthcare, engineering, IT, even politics, public service, sports, architecture, tourism. So like that, sir, 25 domains have been identified, and obviously we guide them in those areas, and we do look at ensuring that guidance is given to them even when it comes to the government service. So therefore, it's all part of it. But sir, I do take this opportunity to also again mention to the House and to the citizens at large that we do roughly, on a rough estimate, depending on the particular year, about an average of about 70,000 people are being eligible to join the workforce every year, 70,000. And this is year on year, sir. And therefore, when you look at the kind of government jobs that are available, roughly, right now, sir, we are doing a recruitment of close to about 7,000 vacancies, which have been there for the last 20 years. All of that is being covered, and about 7,000 vacancies are being, recruitment processes going on in one board or the other. But on an average, sir, on an annual basis, again, depending on the retirements that take place, not more than 2,000 posts. So maybe even if you include all the other casual posts, maybe not more than 2,500 posts will be available at the government level for our youngsters. So it's quite limited compared to a workforce of 70,000 plus people who will be joining or eligible to join the workforce every year. So there is a deficit of about 67,500 jobs for us, and that is really the challenge that we faced. And that's where we came out with this entire idea of ensuring that this growth story must be linked to job creation, and private sector will have to play a very crucial role. So where I appreciate the Honorable Leader of Opposition's suggestions, and we've taken the suggestions and we are already working on most of them, sir. I just thought it's good to just mention to the House that at the end we will need to see the growth in the private sector to be able to actually cater to the need of about 67,500 youths every year who will be eligible to join the workforce. And that's the reason why we are coming up with a more holistic plan. And this career guidance and career program that we have, counseling program that we have of career advisors, is also part of the overall larger plan that we have.
Rupa Marak, please. He has raised the hand from long time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. May I know from the Honorable Minister in charge the number of career counseling centers in Garo Hills region? I have framed some small questions, so I think I will put them all in one go, so that I won't have to stand up again and again. And the number of youths provided with the career counseling, free coaching in the Garo Hills region till that. And another one, may I know from the Honorable Minister in charge the procedure through which the youths are being selected for the counseling and free coaching? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, sir. Sir, the career counselings that are there in the Garo Hills region, sir, in West Garo Hills, there are 8 training partners. The Southwest Garo Hills, there are 3. The South Garo Hills, there is 1. East Garo Hills, 3. North Garo Hills, 3. And sir, the other question that the honourable member has raised. So, sir, there's no such method to choose these youths. So, in fact, these career advisors have been given a task to not only give career counselings in these training centers. So, they've been given a task to sometimes go to communities, villages, and have group discussions or group sessions or individual sessions as well. So, there's no method that any youth who are eligible, who are qualified in the educational qualification that they have, they come to these training career centers and then they get the counseling.
I also asked about the number of youth provided with the career counseling and in the Garo's region till that.
So in the Garo Hills region, the number of youth as of 30th August 2025, the number of youth that have been provided with these career counselings are 430.
Baranik, please.
Sir, thank you. Sir, from the reply of Honorable Minister, he said 34 training center is there in the state of Meghalaya. May I get the name and the address of all these 34 training centers? I understand it will be a long list. I will request the Honorable Minister if he agreed to lay this list on the table of the House. And if possible, in that list, one column, if he can create that the kind of training that is available, in each of the centers. That is the question, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir. So the list of the domains, I think the Honorable Chief Minister has already mentioned that we have 25 domains. And the other parts, sir, where the 34 training centers that are available in our state, sir, I'm happy to lay on the table of the House.
So, I think this question is getting a long time. Okay, one more, please.
May I know from the Honorable Minister whether grassroots center also include in these 34 centers that you mentioned in the reply?
So, grassroots centers is altogether a different thing, because grassroots center is for the, it deals with sports, sir. So this is about career counseling centers. So these are two different things, sir.
So I think even sports also has become a career now.
Yes, sir. So we've already mentioned in the career counseling. So this is career counseling. So in terms of sports, we are giving them counseling, but the grassroots center deals with football. It's two different things, sir.